Hey everybody, this is Leora from Diamonds from the Rough, also with the Zuri design team. This month, my husband came to visit me here in Europe, and we decided to take a little day trip over to Zurich in Switzerland. We checked out a couple of awesome sites and some chocolate, and when I got home, it was time to get into the new project. I was gifted these two matching cabinets from another military family here that realized they didn't have room for them in their home once they got delivered, so I was the lucky recipient. I am always in need of storage in this place, and even though those weren't drawers, this is still going to be great for my art room. So first thing I had to do was give it a good wash, get rid of the spiders, get rid of the dirt, and prepare it for paint. I would be a fool to not use my husband's skills while he was here. He helped me use new power tools to remove that water damage. Since this is press board, it's going to be pretty easy to cut through, but that tape can help it not splinter. Now, if you may recall from my very first project, I had a little bit of extra trim off of this trunk, and nothing goes to waste here, so we're going to use the excess from one project and use it on the next. As promised, new tools. You may have recalled from a previous video I talked about tools I'd never used before. This little Sawzall is one of those things. So the first thing you saw was me plugging it into a transformer, and that'll help me not blow out the engine. And then my husband is helping me prepare so that I can use this little ruler clamp down as my straight edge. All right, we're gonna go for it. Now, let me give you a disclaimer. The proper way to cut is not to have someone's butt holding it down. It really should be clamped to a table, but we did what we had to do to make it work. And it did. Just look at that nice straight line. Next up, it's my turn. Hubby helped me get it set up, and he held it down for me, and just like that, this piece of trim was cut to size perfectly. Now the stage is set for me to use my Zuri mold of the month. This time it is the large size diamond veil. I used my quick setting resin, and while it was still a little bit tender, I peeled it out and placed it onto the base of that cabinet, which was not in fact two drawers, but was just one big door. My favorite part about this large size Zuri mold is how much space it covers all in one go. I was able to disguise the weird cuts on that door. And now let me walk you through the easiest way to really jazz up the background of any piece of furniture. If the back will come out, it's much easier to do it separate than it is to try and put it in pieces and parts with the shelving still in place. And voila! Now we get to attach that newly trimmed bottom piece. I first was not thinking it through, and I was about to just staple it on there, but then I realized gravity's easier. If I just lay it down and glue it, then I can nail it in. It's going to hold on much better and also not move around. Work smarter, not harder, right? I gave the whole thing a coat of just this dusty blue that I pulled out of the background color of the paper, and I'm trying to keep it simple because this diamond veil has a lot of detail. So I'm using the same brush, and I'm doing a pouncing motion with water to really get my paint into all the nooks and crannies of the very detailed diamond veil mold. I'm never done until I've added some gold or shimmer or sparkle, so I used some of the Zuri metallic wax paste to brush lightly over the outside of the diamond veil. And then I finished up using these Undead Hardware milk glass knobs. But originally these had two handles, which was part of the disguise of making it look like two drawers. It had a handle in the center, top and bottom, and I'm having to completely relocate the handle because it made no sense to open in the middle. Do you remember our uninspired plain brown cabinet? Well, just check it out now in its nice blue suit. In the second cabinet, I pulled a different color out of the background wallpaper and made it into this beautiful coral shade. Because I had to cut off the bottoms, I did want to install these little round slider feet, and I'm sure you just saw a cameo of my new kitten, Domino. He had to come in and investigate. These two cabinets are the perfect solution for me to spread out all the things that were gathered up into one corner. That's where I kept all of my incense and candles and crystals and everything that makes me comfortable and creative in my space. I was able to put into these beautiful matched cabinets. And the Zuri diamond veil mold was the perfect accent for these cabinets. It gave it just a little bit of fancy without being overpowering since there's so much going on in there. Well, that's all I have for you this time. Check back next month and I will show you another gorgeous mold from Zuri Designs. Thank you.